Hi, in this video I'm going to explain how to integrate your Selenium test scripts with the continuous integration tool and how to update the status by just running your test cases in the continuous integration tool. So basically it's an integration between the test results and the Selenium and the continuous integration tool. There are many plugins involved, there are many configurations involved. So before I dive into all those explanations, I just want to show you how this works. I just want to run and show it to you that the way it updates the test status. So that'd be a great way of explaining you instead of me getting into the configurations and what I did. Right. In the screen, what you see is the test summary. I have already created this test cycle and I have my test case pool here. You can see that there is one more test case which was already passed. It happened through this method. And now I have kept the other one unexecuted to show you for this demo purpose. Now I'm going to execute my Selenium test cases in Jenkins over here. So once I run, this test case will get passed. So if you don't have test case here, it would create a new test case, but in that case you cannot see your test steps. So it's preferably you have your test case with a proper name. I'll tell you how this proper name is created. Now let's keep it very simple. Let me go here and run my project, and later on in this video I'm going to explain all the configurations and the setups that is needed to make this possible. Yeah, so I just clicked on the build and it is running. It's just a very simple project. It opens Amazon website and it gives my username and password, and then it signs out from the Amazon website. There you go, it opened the website and it does maximize the window, and it is clicking on the sign in, and I'm feeding my email ID and the password and click on sign in. Now it will click on the accounts and list, that it can find the sign out button, and once the sign out button is clicked, it has come out of the screen. Now the rest is it has to pull the Maven Surefire plugin and the JUnit plugins and get the results from there, and pull the results using Zephyr plugin to the Jira and update the test results. So that's all pending right now. So all the things that you have seen is what happened. Now if I click on the build, you can see the build is success, and you can see the status over here. Zapi test result report, it's done, and it pulls the report from the Maven Surefire, as I was saying. So you have to configure that. I'll explain how I did that. Now without any delay, I'm going here right now. This is unexecuted. All you have to do is just refresh the screen. So when you refresh, you can see the test case status gets into passed. Normally it takes time. I don't know, maybe it's because of my browser speed or maybe because of my internet. I'm not sure, but it definitely should get passed. So you see the status gets passed. So this is how you have to integrate your Selenium project with your Jenkins and your Jira. So this is how this three gets integrated. Now let me get into the main question, how this can be done. So there are many articles, many forums that explains how this is can be done. You can also refer them. For now I explain how I did it. I followed many links. There were many problems that happened. So this is completely a trial version I downloaded. You see this name, jagdish.atlassian.net. It is my name. I created my own Jira website. I created my own test case, and all those things are done by myself. So what you have to do is, first when you create your Jira configuration, Jira setup using a cloud, there are three different packs they have. So you have to choose the one that you want. You have to have the uh, add-on, which is Zephyr, and the other one is Zapi. So let me go to apps. So you can go to the apps, just click on the settings and click on the apps. There you can find the Zephyr and Zapi. So what is Zephyr and Zapi plugin? Zephyr plugin helps you to create test cases in Jira. See, Jira is dedicated mainly for the requirements or defect tracking tool. Now recently they have been using, I don't know how long they've been using, but they use Zephyr to create test management tool. So you cannot see full-fledged feature in Jira with Zephyr. It's just the byproduct for buying Jira. Of course, it's paid, so you have to have the Zephyr plugin. Click on it and subscribe. It's a free, they have 7 days of free trial you can try. And then you also should have the Zapi. Just click on Zapi. You should have this. Now if you see here Zephyr for Jira Cloud, I have both the Zephyr and the Zapi installed by default. Now once this is done, what you have to do is configure your Jenkins. Of course, I'm assuming that you know how to configure the Jenkins. I'm just going to explain the part that we need to do to make this work. So there are two different configurations. One is at the project level and the other one is at the Jenkins level. So click on Jenkins first and then explain the project level configuration setups. Now you have to click on the manage Jenkins. So once you click on manage Jenkins, just ignore this error message because I don't have any of these plugins installed, and that's why it has been giving me those errors. Click on configure systems. So it's configure global settings and paths. You click on that. I'm pretty sure that here's where I said, because I always get confused between configure systems, configure global settings, and global. So yeah, you just scroll down a bit. Now here you can see Jira Server or Data Center and Jira Cloud. So if you are not seeing any of these options, you just have to install the plugin in Jenkins. I believe you know how to initiate the plugin in the Jenkins. Now you see that the URL is my Eclipse, Jira URL, and then the Zephyr base URL is a common URL. You just can use what I am using here. There is no, even I had searched many unique Zephyr base URL for my account. There is no such thing. It's just the base URL as far as I know. So you can try with the same URL that I have tried, and username should be your email ID. Jira has recently updated their username. Earlier they had both username and the email ID. Now they have made the email ID as your username. There is no separate username for now. Maybe I don't know how long that would last. They can change in future as well, but for now, at this date, 2019 23 March, there is no username. You can give your email ID as a username and give your password, and the access key and secret key is where I struggled most, because there were a lot of changes. For this you have to go back to your test and scroll down. Here you can see the API key. Click on the API key. I have already clicked on the generate button. If you are clicking this API key link for the first time, you will be seeing the link called get your key something. So click on that link and then you will see the access key and secret key. Just copy that and then paste it here. So that's it. This configuration is done. So what you have to do is test configuration and click on add. See, there is another twist here. If you click on test configuration and you're seeing any kind of error messages over this place, it means that it could be something wrong with your username and password. You have to make sure that you have entered that correctly. And the main error that I'm talking about is the Zapi. If you are launching your trial Jira version today, the Zapi takes time to settle. The Zapi takes time to create the key or something. I don't know, because to this video I'm recording at 10 today. today evening, but I created the Jira in the morning. That was around 10 a.m. like that. By that time, I couldn't resolve this issue, but I gave 2-3 hours of gap and then I tried it again and it worked. So you just have to click on test configuration. You should be seeing that configuration is successful message. So once you see that, you're all set to go. Now you can go back to your project. Yes, leave this page. You can click on your project and then you can click on your configure. This is project configuration, where I'm sure, pretty sure that you have configured your file systems. If you don't see file system option, you have to again use the plugins to get the file system. And if you scroll a little bit down, you can see that I have used publish test results to Sapphire for Jira. So you can get that by clicking on add post build action, and you can use publish test ng to Sapphire for Jira. And the one more thing that you have to publish is publish JUnit test result report, which is right over here. You can see the publish JUnit test results. You have to configure from here to here. So before I get into the uh, report name, so let me explain what is this. This is your Jira URL, and the moment you configured your Jira with the keys and everything, all these values will be auto populated, at least still here. And now you have to choose your test cycle, and then you just scroll up and you have to give your XML report. So this is a little bit tricky. What you have to do is go back to your Maven project. So this is my Maven project. Here you can see a folder called target. Under target, you can see a surefire reports, and within surefire reports you can see JUnit reports. This works even if you're using testng. So this is the report that it looks for. So what all you have to do is give the target JUnit and then star.xml. It would find the report for you. So the other thing that I want to explain here is you no need to give your project name. You just have to start from the target surefire reports slash star.xml. Now that's it. So you just have to keep the published test engine result as it is. I don't know. I haven't tried removing this, but you can either keep this or remove this. I don't know what would happen if I remove this and click on save. So this is all the setup uh, for this whole integration. And one more thing that I promised that I would tell you was the test summary. So how you have to narrate your test summary. Your test summary actually comes from your package name. So you see the package name till here, and then your class name. So this is your class name, and this login, it's not two, I just modified this, and this login is nothing but your test method name. So your method name should be your test summary. It should end with your method name, and that's all it is. So you're all set to run your Zapi and then Sapphire configurations and all the Selenium integration. Please let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. To be honest, this is the first time I have tried this and it worked, and I created this video to help uh, myself, because this is kind of getting um, uh, messy in future, because they sometimes they update the configurations and setups. For instance, the way they get the key, API key, has been moved here, but nowhere it has been mentioned. Or maybe my search was bad. So I created this video mainly to remind myself and to help people who wants to connect their automation test scripts without using any code. So this is very easy. You don't need to have any Python code, or you don't need to have any API configurations within your the Selenium. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any questions or any suggestions, please leave in the comments below. Thank you.